Jerry running around like the beast he is. Come on, bro. Now you're running around me. You're wrapping me now. Come on. Come on. Come on. Let me fix my Jerry. There you go. Nice day. Best time to get out to my apartment complex is testing the fire alarm systems. So it's constantly going off, stopping, going off, stopping, going off, checking everyone's room. So given that situation and being a nice day, figured I'll walk the trail. I love how you puppets like to believe anything that I possibly feed y'all, whether it be true or not. And if it's true, y'all take it the way you know it's not. That I deliberately that you have knowledge of the information with knowledge that you're going to take it away you know it's not, and you think you're not dancing, even though, especially given that you need the desire to have it to be the way you want it to be when it's not. Like that heart thing I posted on my community board. Like that information wasn't new. My heart situation has nothing to do of what I'm eating and what I'm not eating. My heart isn't clogging up due to bad health eating styles. My heart ain't clogging up at all. My heart is damaged. Not because of eating shit. I mentioned this years and years ago. Back when the singer of Linkin Park committed suicide. I did a live stream talking or a video talking about him, and how his music helped me get through a time when my ex-wife was leaving me, and my little boy was being taken away, and was given up for adoption by his own mother, and I didn't have no right to, given it not being my blood, I didn't really feel like I had a right to argue against it. And I wasn't going to sign any information, sign no paperwork saying it's mine, declaring it's mine, where I can argue and take adoption of it myself, especially not alone. Like I said in the video, that we both was not ready for. We was both not really ready for each other, and especially wasn't ready for the child. But still, that doesn't mean I totally felt that way then, and it still doesn't mean it didn't hurt. So, like I admitted in that video, I tried to hurt myself several times by overdose. The damage to my heart is from taking very bad pills and trying to overdose on them. And from years ago, way before I even got on YouTube, this happened probably 3 to 4 years before I even got on YouTube. And when I was in the hospital from one of the major times, a nurse stood over me. How's it going, y'all?
All right, how you doing?
Nice day, ain't it?
It's beautiful.
I hope y'all enjoy y'all's day. But I was semi-sleep and semi-conscious, and when I was, in the hospital with IVs in me and stuff like that, nurse called my mom to step over to the bed and asked her to look at the EKG monitor or whatever. I don't know. I don't know those fucking electronics shit. I don't keep up with them. But basically, she showed my mom like a little bleep. And told her I'd done damage to my heart, that I was giving off weird rhythms. So this is not new. This Sark situation is never been talked about by me. Y'all losers want to believe it's oh, look at this fresh law, he's got heart situations now. That's what you get for eating all the fat, the greasiness of the food. If that was the case, I would done be a diabetic on insulin. I would done been told to eat in a certain way. things I shouldn't eat, and things I should eat, but it's not the case. Now, it's no doubt with me damaging my heart, it'd be definitely good to cut out on things, no doubt. Because if my heart is damaged, then it ain't gonna function as fully as it's supposed to. So any kind of additional treatment like eating bad, eating, outrageous, eating unhealthy and shit like that will cause further effects on it, no doubt. I'm not stupid. But you gotta look at yourselves, losers. You're having to put my head to satisfy your delusions. You're having to put my head on other people's body. Right there it goes straight forward, proves how delusional you are and how unsatisfied you are. That I'm not in the desired condition y'all want me to be, especially claim me to be. A person as y'all want me to be in, couldn't get through the mind situation to come out here to do this. What I do. Couldn't get in it, couldn't force himself to do it within a knowledge of deciding to do it. But I not only don't have that fight, I have the desire for the love of doing it. And I don't struggle doing it. Now, do I have certain times, maybe, like my asthma, my bronchitis, my allergies simply makes it harder for me to breathe because my allergies close up my nose. Makes it harder to breathe, sure. But you want to believe it's the tiredness. Oh, look at him, he's winded. But if a person's winded to where he's having a hard time breathing, then wouldn't he be stopping for rests? I love it. You puppets are delusional. And y'all don't see me every day that I do this. When I take a notion to go do this, I basically flip a coin if I'm going to do a live stream or not, or if I'm going to even post on a community board just it showing that I've done it. There's days I'm doing this, y'all have no fucking knowledge of it, I'm doing it. But I love the full appearance. I don't have to draw conclusions about certain other people. Let's say one of the recent El Presidor's videos. Oh look, he's gonna start dancing for El Presidor. I'm gonna, because I'm going to expose them. I'm going to bring up facts. It's unrefutable. I'm not insecure about myself. I'm not in denial about myself. I don't color my fucking hair with a crayon, trying to mask something for my insecurities and emotional state. And that's exactly what he was doing in one of his videos, where he was doing air punches, doing air boxing, and he deliberately set one of his cat's beds on top of something to set his camera inside, so the other side of the bed will cover up his lower chest. Most of his chest is definitely lower of his lower chest, so you cannot see it. Because he don't want to show his gut. Why you think he wears a jacket every time he live streams inside his fucking house? Because he wants to mask the size of his gut. Y'all losers probably didn't even come to this. Y'all losers like desperate to draw conclusions from me, and you're doing exactly like if I was in his live stream, bringing up those things. Oh, he's dancing. Oh, but in that case for y'all. But here's also the difference too. He blocks. You mentioned his gut. Do I block? No. I'm right. I'm 100% right about everybody. And I'm still undefeated. Undefeated to all. Just like our recent He-Bot. He thought he was win. He thought he's gonna come back with that video and win. Oh my God. Anybody go watch that Spider-Man game that he was showing?
He's your protector.
He's my spoiled little one. But anybody go watch Angry Joe's review of that game? It's bad. Sure. He's like, oh look, they copied the formula of getting on cars and pulling the enemies out and stuff. Oh, so what? Every game creator that makes the same genre of maybe another game creator looks at the ideas that other people have and takes, implements in their game. That's not a bad thing. And anybody bringing up such a thing it's supposed to be a gamer would have knowledge of that things like that happen, and it's not an isolated incident. But anybody also would have truly knowledge of that game. That game, fighting mechanics is strictly fighting. There is no other choice to attack the enemies. On the new Spider-Man game, you can stealth it. You can pick the enemies up and fight them and land blows on them in the air. On that Spider-Man game, you're strictly jumping up and going down attacking them, or standing on the ground attacking them. Nothing new implemented. Shit. You can call up items and all kinds of gadgets that game does not have. Shoot a ball that bleeps on enemy's back that whips him and traps him, and anybody else also nearby. Yeah, right. Nothing new implemented. Why did you think he immediately stopped watching that shit? Because he couldn't play the video through all, and then just show what he needed to do to make sure. He said he got mad that I only showed that game, and I only showed the tutorial. Well, he was being picky and choosy on what he showed. He didn't show none of the single combat with human enemies. And anybody that likes a Spider-Man game doesn't want to face no. I mean, yes, that is impressive. That big giant. If I was the age or younger when that game came out and played it, I would be impressed. You know, I'm fighting this big ass machine, but reality to a Spider-Man fan, comic book fan, video game fan, everybody in video games know a big giant robot is cheaping out. It's cheaping out. You're not supposed to be a Spider-Man fighting just this robot. You're supposed to be fighting one of the villains. You're supposed to be fighting Rhino, Shocker, Green Goblin. You must be fighting a big giant robot. Is cheap in writing and cheap within cheapening the games with the capabilities and fluff up what they was not able to really do in that game. Yeah. And I absolutely love how he brung up. I love how he brung up the racist situation. All right, let's see. How am I going to, a person that's believe racism is being called, a legit person that wants to refute and discredit someone's claims of someone being racist, he would fight the narrative that I'm saying. He would fight the things I say. This person says this, so he's racist. No, what? He couldn't even fight against the so-called being accused. let's see, how am I going to lessen the blow of this? Because I can't fight it legitimately because I know it's true. I can't say saying these things being said is not racist. I'm going to say he accused me of being racist when I never said Ebot was racist. I said E-Rock was racist. That's deflection. That's taking the shot up on yourself to lessen the blow and trying to say you're refuting it and you're proving it wrong by saying he was accused of being it and he was not. That's a proof of failure number one on the racist. Proof of also a failure of disproving the racism in Ebot is the simple facts. Again, not saying Ebot can say this. I mean, Ebot saying E-Rock can say this. It's not racist, and point out showing that's not racist. No, he goes and turns the table and says E-Rock's nationality. He says his home, and then and brings up me as like I'm have ever faced racism. In other words, can't fight it directly. Again, sidestepping this issue and bringing up, basically saying we are of a nationality that has been faced issue of racism, and you can't be. Oh, I love it. And that's the deflection. Because we're black or we're Mexican or whatever, we can't be racist. Yeah. Oh my God. Look up videos on YouTube of even black men saying black men can be racist. Mexicans can be racist. Japanese can be racist. Everybody can have a disdain and prejudice towards anybody. And the simple facts that you're saying anything otherwise shows just again, just embellishes that. How you doing?
Y'all have a blessed day.
You too. Enjoy your day. But I mean, I won. It was immediate defeat when he couldn't face the things said or accused. But deflection, especially deflection, trying to say it wasn't the case because I haven't faced racism. How is my claims proven wrong by just saying I have not faced racism? And here's the more pathetic part. The racism that E-Rock spits is not really generated due to animosity. Yeah, no, excuse me. It is driven by animosity towards an entertainment device, electronic device. He's literally, it's not driven by a spitefulness or, yeah, it is driven by a spitefulness towards an entertainment device. he associates a nationality of people with an entertainment device. He associates a act of a government. They associate an act of a government's decision attacking another one with a disdain and spite that their preferred electronic console is not the most preferred, is not the most popular as they need it to be. They had, and like I said, these idiots. I said, if you're a gamer, your loyalties, if you're a gamer, if you want to consider yourself a gamer, if you want to make it that more important, to that importance to you, I'm not saying it's bad to really consider yourself a gamer, but if you're making it to the point where that's more important to you, you should be more about the games. It should be about the games. Second or most of all, it should be about the game creators. The very last of the fucking barrel should be about the fucking company and the console. That is the back of the line. The only praise they should get is, oh, thanks for, adding features like, party chat, voice messaging and shit like that. Features that the console itself, brings to the games to improve the games. But like I said, they have no loyalty. Someone boasting about how great Halo is. Once say Halo is the best. Halo is, and it did. I'm a Halo fan. I'm a true fan. And I'm not saying this because Sony purchased Bungie. But you know what fucking E-Rock, it didn't take him long. He overshot Sega Man on it, which I don't believe Sega Man would have went to this, and he hasn't yet. He went to do exactly what the PlayStation fanboys were saying about Call of Duty. Call of Duty is nothing. It's not important. It's not going to make any significant changes. Or he went riding doing exactly the exact same thing, but on the opposite side, saying Bungie is a dead thing what it used to be. You tell me which one sounds more successful. You got a company that has not delivered not one fully flawed bad product. Yes, there were some issues with Destiny 1. There was some unfavorable choices with season passes. But this was a new IP, and they went to a different company that was influencing these choices. Not themselves. These were choices by the company they started working for. So they still got the Halo success on their belt. changed gaming with Halo, evolved gaming with Halo, revolutionized gaming with Halo, and that's still under their belt. It makes them a successful company to acquire. Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo Reach. Perfect, full releases. No content missing. Can you say that about 343 Industries? Hell no. And oh, you're supposed to have love. You're a gamer. You're supposed to have love for the game. But you're going to say you love the game, and just because that company's not making the game no more, that still has made that game successful, that made that game is, you know, you're going to praise a company that keeps on tearing down the staple of the name, diminishing the quality of the game that another company built upon. And because that company gets hired by the competitor entertainment device, you're going to shit on saying they're nothing. Real loyalty there. That really makes you so credible, especially when you go and do the very same thing that you mock the Xbox for doing. I mean, the PlayStation fanboys, the ponies doing, and you go do the very same thing, trying to discredit the value of Bungie because they was just out of the spitefulness or the bitterness that Sony purchased them, knowing very well. Let's put this under the scenario. Xbox purchased Activision. Who was under Activision not too long ago? And let's say they were still under it. If Bungie was still with Activision, Microsoft would have got Bungie as well back again, unless Bungie decided to back out. and if it was the case, you know, all three of them be like, oh, praise Microsoft, praise Bungie. You know, maybe Bungie employees will team up with 343 Studios and make Halo back to the stature of what it used to be. But no. Prove you have no loyalty for the love of the game and the series, and prove you have no loyalty to the roots, no love to the roots of the company that started off the franchise that you so-called love, discrediting. Oh shit, I love these losers. I love these fucking losers at the fucking bottom of the barrel. Oh my God. And you know what? He goes and makes another fucking video within not too long, discrediting someone's tweet. And you watch, he's going to make a full U-turn now. He's going to give Bungie back their dues. They're going to give Bungie back their dues and say, yeah, Bungie's cool. We have no dislove for them. Why is that? Why is that? Because Sony has made a positive consumer decision. Sony has decided to not cutting someone off, not cut a fan base that loves Destiny that's on the competitor console, that might be on the competitor console, to not cut them off of their games that they love and the sequels that they might be looking for to play. Sony has made the positive consumer move and not cutting off any potential fan of not playing any further of that game, releases of that game. So Destiny is going to continue coming out for the Xbox. PlayStation, again, proving more consumer friendly. So much so, they don't want to cut someone off. Someone don't want to cut someone off that might be on the Xbox, that loves that franchise, that loves. Oh, that is gone. Eat them up inside. They're going to say, "Oh, that's not Sony's decision. That's fucking Bungie's decision." No. Can you look at your boss? Can you go to your job? Look at you losers don't have a job. Can you look at, if you had a boss, can you look at your boss and say, hey, I'm not going to do this that way. I'm going to do it this way. No. Sony decided that. Sony decided to let Bungie have free reign of decisions that they wanted to do. If anything, they can force. They purchased them. They are their employees now. If they want to make a decision to having Destiny exclusive, you know what they'll do? Fire every individual that says otherwise and rehire other employees to fill their places. So that shows it was a Sony decision, not a Bungie decision. Because Bungie is employees now. They make no decision. But I just love it. The so-called consumer-friendly, always about choices, all about not estranging any customers. Is the one cutting customers off, is not giving choices, and oh God, what a great! I absolutely love that. I love that. Do I have anything in stake where I would want Destiny to be exclusive on Sony? No. I have nothing in stake. I have nothing to gain from it. Xbox fanboys do. They haven't had a new IP and really knows that they're not really going to have a substantial new IP, but what can be purchased by acquiring, and what's the big thing about it, like I said, it's games that they was already going to get. That's how come it really hurt those Xbox fanboys when I went in that stream and I donated at $2. That really hurt them. It really hurt them. That's how they didn't. That wasn't in their mind. That it was like a true blow that they never considered, that they never contemplated, because they didn't want to contemplate it. They wanted to believe Microsoft has bought Bethesda. And now the same thing with Activision. We have got new games. We have exclusives now that we didn't have before. Wait a minute. I come in there, I shouted in your ear, you stupid motherfuckers. You've already been getting those games and always was going to get those games. Those are not new. And I woke them up to reality. They needed, see, that's how much bad they are. That's how much fucked up Xbox is. That they had to drown out that knowledge that, hey, Microsoft has bought this studio, and this is how it improved us, because they bought this studio, and now we get these games. You're already getting those games. It's like this gas station up here. There's M&Ms in there for sale. And like every gas station, there's M&Ms in those stores. But now, Microsoft has bought that gas station, and that's the original gas station that created M&Ms. So, because Microsoft has bought that gas station that originally is the maker of the product, so M&Ms are not going to be in any other gas station, only in that one, because Microsoft has purchased it. So anybody that's frequently shops at that store are going to have M&Ms. That store already had M&Ms. And I'm sick of M&Ms. I want a new candy bar. I'm tired of payday and Three Musketeers. I want something new. And they're even like, oh, we're getting Fable? Yeah, Fable's. But are you really going to put your faith in a company This, this is not the original creators. No. So it's not that really big important. I guarantee you, that Fable is not going to be successful. Is not going to be successful. And anybody that says otherwise really are really not really thinking about the odds and the facts of the situation. They're wanting to hope against hope. And also, I love to, I avoided it. I avoided it because I knew it was going to be one of the signs I got the better if he bought. I avoided it. I did not do no personal attacks, but what I had a right to do by his choices. I called him an idiot. I called him a man child for his mentality towards what he was, and those are correct. I did not attack him anything outside of what I was wanting to do wrong. Like I didn't bring up his fingernail paint. I didn't bring any personal outside of gaming than what he was bringing upon himself. But I knew he was going to show a sign that he could not, that he knew he was losing, that he lost, that he had to go outside. He had to go outside the box and bring up, my hair situation, which again, my hair situation is done deliberate. My hair situation is done deliberate. It's part of the stick that I'm throwing. There's gonna be some videos I have it brushed and looking nice, and there's some videos that I'm gonna have it messy, sticking all ways, sticking out, stuff like that. Just like my thumbnails. I make them crazy with different faces and shit. Okay, again, another proof. And every situation, and everything I say that proves otherwise, you losers, if it was done the other way around. I love it that y'all also enforce it, that it's also the case, because you losers know if it was the other way around, y'all would be calling it out and against me in favor of him. Y'all are just another example that I'm right, that I'm making the correct moves, and that I'm winning. Just like I would have taught that guy prayer. Is a person going to discredit myself, discredit what I say about another person saying things that's racism? Is he going to direct what I say this person says and prove what he's saying is not racism by directly mentioning? Or yes, that's exactly. How y'all doing?
All right, how you?
Okay. He couldn't do that. He couldn't do it. Could not do it. And like I said, another one of the damaging things that totally discredits E-Rock's credibility. You do something, you believe something, you stand by it no matter what. You do not back down, whether if it's wrong or right, unless you're a true individual, a man of his word, a man of his beliefs that commit that he's at wrong, can admit that he's at wrong. But he can't do it, but also can't excuse himself of why he deleted a video. Brandishing a gun and a firearm, and brandishing a firearm and intimidation over can't successfully do a debate or a successful argument against a person that's not even half your age. A man would call a man a coward for bringing out a gun rather than fist fighting someone mano a mano. Now, what do you think if the situation would have been brought up to E-Rock's father about other individual, not mentioning it's about his son? A man bringing out a gun over a video, in display of a video across the internet. Showing how much you're a coward. How much you're a coward. So you can't argue if your point is successful, that your emotional state you can be pushed to emotional state to brandishing a gun on a video and uploading it up on YouTube. Oh my God. I mean, you got so ballsy there. You're so ballsy. You're so edgy, man. You're so edgy. And you notice, especially, the losers, that's not really in their circle. They just uses these losers. What's his name? The bigger subscriber count YouTubers. I can't remember their names. Something, a certain number. They truly know he's fucking in the wrong for showing that, but they want to play it off. They want to play it off like it's edgy. Oh, look at it. He's just being edgy. No, he's not being edgy. He's not being edgy. I was being edgy when I was years ago when I was showing that knife. And how can I prove that I was just being edgy? Because I wasn't directing that video towards anybody. And I wasn't making any kind of directing that video towards anybody. And oh my God. And that's like I said, they cannot let any decision that, or belief, or action they have taken in one of their videos be questionable, judgeable, where it paints any one of them to be incorrect in any kind of circumstance. Because as soon as they are discredited in one situation, that makes their whole judgment, their whole beliefs, their as not credible. So they could not leave it, let that video stay up. They influenced him to remove it. Further showing that his emotional state and how bad he can be influenced to do something like that, and also be influenced to remove it. Not for his sake, for all of their sakes. Because if they back him up and his beliefs or what he says is about one in particular thing, and he does this, it makes them all look bad. Oh, like I said, if it was me, and I'd be like, no, I'm sorry, man. You went somewhere you shouldn't. It's going to make you, it's making you look bad. It discredits you and anybody around you that continue to associate you. You're going to blow up, and you're going to blow up anybody else around you. I'm gone. Good luck with your YouTube. I'm out. I'm separating here. But you know, they can't do that. They cannot do that. These are individuals, especially Iraq, that used to listen to Crap Gamer. That not because they liked Crap Gamer. That also proves that they're not credible. They don't follow a YouTuber because they are invested with a YouTuber. They were invested in what he preached out. That Xbox the best box. And when he was all about Xbox. They need their shit validated. They need to be in a circle where they hear nothing but praises about the investment they made. And they like, now that you know he went to Sony, and he's doing the same shit, but being a little bit more politically correct because he is on the winning side. That he doesn't have to falsify shit. He doesn't really have to go without putting links in his description of the reports, because he doesn't have to falsify any shit like he did on Xbox. He didn't have when he said this shit, you know, when he's on Xbox, everybody's all over him. Where's the links? Where are these news articles and shit like that you getting this shit from? It was apparent that he was a untrustworthy source on Xbox. It was completely apparent. Not so much on the PlayStation side, because he didn't have to spit no false narratives on PlayStation side. But he was all believable when he was on Xbox. He's a loser on either side. But you can't find these losers saying that, because they're in disdain of him, because he would say, oh, reality, that fucking Battletoads, the new Battletoads, is a straight fucking nothing but a goddamn mobile game ported to a console. Oh no! Oh no! He's left Xbox. He's left Xbox. He could be he's speaking the truth. That fucking game is a letdown to anybody that was born in that generation that played the original Battletoads and have the true knowledge and know if that game came out, that anybody that loves, like Hebot says, he's a fan of beat 'em ups. I'm a fan of beat 'em ups like fucking Streets of Rage, like Double Dragon. They knows damn very well if Double Dragon, you're fighting, you're doing a beat 'em up, and you get to this door, and then you go into puzzles to unlock this garage door so you can go and fight this boss. Would know damn well they would drop that game and say, God damn, this shit is straight up mobile garbage. The graphics can easily be displayed on mobile to where it's basically ran off a mobile engine. But no, we gotta say this game is great because it's on Xbox. It is acceptable because it is one of the only things we are getting. So we have to embellish this game to well and well beyond well beyond what the game does. To a point where even the creators was basically saying, don't look too much for this game to be much. But we have to embellish it more than what even the studios were saying about this game, the creator of the game, because we don't have much. This is the only thing we've had to look forward to. So we got. Oh my God. Your own actions, like I said in the video about Hebot, your own actions do nothing but prove what people troll you for, because you got it. If I was still with Xbox and I looked at that game and I looked at the simple facts that you can successfully go through the stages by spamming one action direction move with either character, and just kill all the enemies. You couldn't do that shit with Double Dragon. You spam one move, one strong move, and what would you do? You'll lose your health to a point where you couldn't do that move no more, and it affected you. You put yourself at greater risk to dying in that game because you spammed that move so much your health is in a danger mode. And it made it almost impossible to go through the rest of the stage without taking damage or dying. Not with that game. And this, they changed it. And again, changes don't matter. You praised the game at the beginning for the condition that it was in. You said it was perfect. So now you can't, now things have been changed because obviously things wasn't perfect. You're no longer credible on the way the situation of the game is now. What matters is the first impression is what matters. Especially if you glorify it. If Xbox, certain individuals glorify it. Oh, I just love it. Like I said, you can find a certain amount of pleasure in a real bad game. A certain amount of enjoyment where you can say, I like this game. And there would be no judgment for you. But when you embellish it to where you can admit its flaws, you have no credibility. I can admit Shenmue 3's flaws. I have credibility because I do that. You losers don't. You have none. You have no credibility. Like I said, because Ebot believes he's credible because of how long he's been gaming. The ages he's been doing it. He don't see that he's cost himself his credibility or his bragging rights of that because he can't face the facts that he's shilling for a company. He's shilling for a company over that makes basically a small computer, a small PC, a company that doesn't build it themselves. They pay a couple of individuals to come up with the desired specs, the chips, the desired stuff. They don't make it themselves. They don't innovate and create the shit themselves. They pay certain individuals to do it, and their loyalty relies in that company because they do that. Not to these people, the person that comes up with this shit is more likely not even a gamer, does not play games their entire lives, that's not creating that small PC with the love of being a gamer. Gamers, game creators have to create what they create. They have to have a passion. They have to have the knowledge of what they will look forward to or what they enjoy playing to make what they do. Now, can game creators be greedy? Fuck yes. Are they perfect? No. But still, I would hold more favoritism with game creators over the company that creates the goddamn console. But these losers can't get that. That's the reason why they're shills. They put what plays the games. They don't even put what plays the games more important. That's it. That's a simple fact. Like I said, they're enthusiasts. They're not gamers, they're enthusiasts. Just like a football fan. But they're not football fans. They put what they do, what football fans do for their team. But they don't. They put it in a company that, but it would be exactly the same thing if they was rooting on a football fan to a football team, but instead of really being for the team, they'd be mostly for the sponsors, the fucking sponsors and shit, the company, that's for that the Pacific fucking, oh my god, that's fucking pathetic. That's what they are. That's just what it is. I am nothing but a person that plays games, that has a love for the hobby, that loves the game. First and foremost, the game. Second, the game creators that creates the games that I love to play. I owe nothing. No loyalties to the company to make the goddamn hardware. It's the reason why I'm credible. It's the reason why I'm right. That's the reason why I will always win any argument against any individual. Because I have no favoritism. I have been on both sides. I have been mostly on the opposite side that I am now. That also reinforces that I'm right. Because I have no spitefulness. I have no bitterness. I have no misguided logic or disdain towards another company because I prefer the electronic device that plays the fucking games I love to play. If, like I said, the only reason why I got off Xbox is because mine was malfunctioning. And I had knowledge that the PlayStation 4 had a longer length of time to capture gameplays that was more worth capturing to upload to YouTube. If I had any knowledge back then that maybe Shenmue 3 would eventually come to Xbox, and it was only going to come for Xbox, I would have never left. because I love that game so much. But look, it just so happens that the game that would have influenced me to stay with Xbox came to the console that I went to. Destiny in the works, I tell you what. No pun intended. I love it. How can, I mean, I don't know, I really don't understand it. How can you bring games so much to so important? I mean, and like I said, it ain't fucking culture, it's passion. It's not, it's game, gaming is a pastime. It's a form of entertainment that you can have passion for, but you should not put an importance too much to where you consider it a fucking culture. Yes, you can look at it as a positive thing to do, to go to an arcade and love to be in there rather than doing drugs or being on the streets and getting in trouble. Yes, but you made that choice. The gaming, the arcade machines didn't make that choice for you, and you praise it for it. That I was brought up into this. No, it's a choice you made. It didn't save you, you saved yourself. You chose to occupy your time with a time killer that some people back then would frown upon, even though it wasn't something morally incorrect to do, but still was frowned upon because it was considered a waste of time because it wasn't as widely acceptable as it is now. God, I love being politically correct. And that's exactly what I am. So real. That's where the so real comes into fact. Y'all right now in my chat's going, no. Dancing for me, again, by your own beliefs. And that just does nothing but drive it home that I'm correct. Doing it, so I was doing it, someone else is like, your judgment would be that I'm dancing. Driving it home that I'm correct. Driving it home that you're not refuting and discrediting what I'm saying. You're just going, exactly what they are. All three of them. Unlimited is the other guy, the one that's like sort of they only like the rock situation. Unlimited Productions. He is an individual, another YouTuber with a higher stature, and that only acknowledges them because they are frequent viewers that hits that like that supports what it says. But down deep, if he was to become successful, he would be no different than fucking Dillon. Pushes those fuckers away. You know, and knows very good. Oh, he's being edgy. No, he was not putting on an act. He was not portraying to be. He's not portraying his YouTube. Is him putting on a character. He's 100% in his videos himself. 100% racist. 100% driven emotionally because he, especially him and his channel, was betrayed by a fucking crap gamer. And Sega Man, maybe not as much. He was 100% channel created because his the only reason why his challenge is to speak out on his shilling of his. It's not a character. It's not him being edgy. If it was him being edgy, he would have said shortly after the controversy. It was just me being edgy. I wasn't serious. No, it was 100% emotional state that someone was making a video about him discrediting his views, proving his preferred preference of a electronic entertainment device wasn't the preferred one, wasn't the best one. It wasn't, and he got emotional. No matter, he can make a video about anybody else that, wasn't saying shit directly in his ear. That's allowed to make videos about saying whatever they want, just like he believes. But yeah, he's the one that makes a video saying you need to stop making videos about me. I might show a gun. I might take it personal. I need to show a firearm over a video I made to download over the internet. you need to work. I'm going to tell you. I'm going to warn you that people out there that might not can take you making videos about them and saying shit about their preference of their entertainment device, and they might come personally and put harm to you, just like I'm doing. But I'm just making this video and showing this gun because that might happen. It ain't me. I'm not in an emotional state to make this video to show this gun. It's not me. I'm just giving you an example. Here. I'm not pissed. It's not like I'm doing something wrong. That it's not like I'm not going to end up taking this video down by my own decision. It's not my people that associates around me that knows that I done fucked up and influenced me to remove it. It's not that way. Trust me. Oh, I love it. I love it. Someone close to the age of probably being in his 50s. Fucking there's someone in their probably early 20s to mid in their 20s get them an emotional state over preference of an entertainment device to brandish a goddamn gun. Make a video brandishing a gun to draw conclusions that he could upset someone because I'm making videos about him, about other individuals, and make statements that someone will probably harm him for doing so. It's such an emotional state it doesn't get to that. It's him making a video declaring oh. I love it. I really do. Yep. Just as a thought. First time I take my phone off the clip, I said, watch it, the dance floor be so active that right now I take the phone off the clip, that the feed be so much dancing that the feed will be still up on the right when I take the phone off the clip. Yep. It's so real. Look at you. You've been dancing since you got out of the truck and started walking. Let's see. Anybody with intelligence, anybody with a life would say, my decision of fucking subject talked about during walking can be choosable. It's choiceable. Just like I've walked the walk and said nothing. I made a choice to activate the stream. There was no choice that you were going to enter it. That was and there was no decision. There was, and what I say is true, and can't be refuted. I made the predetermined choice to start the stream, to talk about, to say the shit I want, just to have you come in here and dance by your own beliefs and your own judgment. You had no choice to do otherwise. You will be in this stream, you will be in the next stream. Can you say I will be in the comment section of Hebot's video? No. Can you say I'll be in the next one? No. Can you be saying I'll be making videos about his videos? Nope. I'm 100% correct of what you do. You can't say I've been anybody's videos or addressing anybody's videos or answering otherbody's videos, but I'm 100% on you. 100. My decisions is made solely without being influenced. Yours is not. Your decisions and your actions is being 100% influenced by me. Oh, look at this. I'm a walking beast. What a nice day. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love being the true puppet master. It's influenced by no one. Oh no, you're influenced. You're influenced by Hebot. Yeah, that's exactly the reason why it's the reason why I'm constantly asked, "Oh, when you gonna dance for Hebot? Make the next video about the video." What are you going to do the debate with Hebot? Huh? Oh yeah, I'm 100% influenced by him. That you're constantly having to ask when shit's gonna be. Uh, I love that how I can just, I say, how I'm like, like I said and declared before, I'd say, if it was me saying I dropped a bill by someone and said, I'm not going to entertain this any further, and stuff like that, and I'm not going to, have anything involved to do with it. And then, and then, when the video been made, and, and like I said, you puppets can't go without. You can't stick with your decisions. You can't stick by your beliefs. That voice out there, you can't handle it. And then someone says, not gonna address anything anymore. The video's made anyways. Oh. And person's in the comment section for the video that he said he wasn't going to entertain. He was in the comment section. Not only in the comment section, but also asking to take things further again. But no, you said you wasn't gonna. You said that was it. You said that was it. And of course, like I said, if it was the other way around, if I was to said that, and then all of a sudden going back on my word, back on decision, can't stand by it. I'm in the comment section, and then I'm one to. Oh, it will be. Oh, see. But no, it can't be the case for someone else because it's all 100% if it's acceptable and as long as it's against me. Because what does that make? It's individuals that can't stand that I'm winning, that I'm always winning. I'm always right. Y'all losers are the prime example that I'm right. I'm winning. Just like those idiots are the prime example that their preference console is not the most popular one, is not the best one. went dead crap gamer when he was on Xbox and he was saying all the negative shit about PlayStation affect me. No. The videos I made about him was just to mock him and how pathetic he was. And I'll mock him how pathetic he is now that even though he's on Sony's side. When you're defensive about something to a point where you can't stand the people making videos, is when is when you know you're not on the winning side. When there's negative things being talked about, and you're being defensive about it, is when you know you're retaliating, and especially when you drop to the exact equal level of doing the same thing as others do, that you mocking, but you definitely know you're not on the winning side. God damn, I love weed. Why you asking me why I make videos always about PlayStation? Well, why do other people always make videos about Xbox? Why do you keep making videos about Xbox? When I was with 360, never owned a PlayStation 3. When I was playing my 360, there was no concern about me. There was no concern for me about someone from PlayStation making videos about Xbox. I was just too busy playing my goddamn 360. Hell, I didn't even have no knowledge of the term fanboy. It's funny. It's really funny, and it's other YouTubers have said this and stated this, that the console war, and the fanboyism didn't start until the release of the Xbox One. And doesn't that really say something there? How bad that the console war, the fanboy or the shilling didn't really start until really big time after that. Jerry. I'm going to go ahead and let you pass because he's getting distracted by you.
Hey, Bucky.
How you doing? She's too busy walking to give you any attention, but we're here to walk. We're not here to get attention. But Really says something that the console wars and shit like that didn't really dip in strong until, it really shows how bad the decisions by Microsoft was on the Xbox One. It forced to connect. The DRM it must be connected on all time, on internet all times. If you don't have internet, stick to the 360. It shows how real bad that was. So you can say the console war was really started and initiated by Xbox and the defense of Xbox fans that was bad enough to be in denial about it. Like someone being in denial that their preferred entertainment device box company that made it couldn't be pro-consumer enough to just be confident that they will make the Kinect to sell it separate and be confident enough in themselves to demonstrate that it will be utilized and be a valuable purchase for the consumer to buy separate. But they couldn't show that confidence that they was going to make it worth it, because they knew down deep that they wasn't. They wanted it to sell. They wanted it to sell so bad, they wanted to force it to be sold. And the only way they could do that was forcing it inside the goddamn box with the Xbox. And I love that. I love also that I didn't have to mention, with my he bought Get Over Yourself. I love that I did not have to mention. I mentioned that it wasn't the most responsive, correct. There was all the other, like the Switch, Wiimotes or whatever, that I didn't have to mention everybody's fears about the Kinect, that it's always listening, that it wasn't just a false fear that everybody had, that the thing was going to record people or hear people, private situations and shit like that. It wasn't a false fear. It was actually proven that individual people was actually recorded. That it actually came out, that files was found of people, that connects, the people's privacy was invaded. I didn't have to even mention that. I won for just the simplistic argument against that. It was the least effective device of all three companies. It was the least effective. Again, Nintendo's Wii remotes were more functional, more effective, the most effective. Move controllers was second, and Xbox wouldn't really even be considered third. Now it wasn't false paranoia that every person that was arguing about it being invading their privacy, constantly recording and shit. It actually did happen. I think Review Tech USA did a story on it, how it actually came out that it was found out that the Kinect was recording people in their private situations and was being out there on the internet. I love how that Ebot can say it was a successful. Yeah, it was a successful fucking spike. Yeah. That's the only way it was successful. It was a successful device that played on everybody's fears that what it might do, and it was successful because it actually done it. He's got to be such a fucking shill. He argues against the so-called company that makes that loves to give their customers options, but forces the Kinect. But it was successful hardware. Goddamn successful hardware. Oh my god. And fucking E-Rock defending the choices that they made years ago, was saying, oh, damn us, y'all for fucking criticizing Microsoft when they're trying to innovate and trying to future-proof their console and shit like that. Trying to what's the word I'm trying to figure out the word he used, innovate, future-proof. Fucking cable TV. Cable was dying out at that time by satellite dishes. Fucking satellite dishes was killing off cable. Innovate. By pushing, excluding your fan base for what they love from your product, being a gaming console. By making it the second thought, or the afterthought of making your console an all-in-one entertainment device, evolving around cable TV that was being killed off by satellite dishes, and now is totally irrelevant to streaming service. Oh, and what innovation! Oh my God! It's laughable. Oh my God! Fucking pathetic. And these losers still defend this shit even to this day. Defending a company making their gaming putting gaming as the afterthought, as second hand, making gaming second hand behind a fucking cable box, when cable is so irrelevant now. So irrelevant now, to a point. It was irrelevant then, like I said, being killed off by satellite dishes. No one watched cable TV anymore. No one. All these criticizers from Microsoft are trying to innovate, trying to make their box a all-in-one box with a already proven dying media entertainment media outlet has cable. Already dying. That's completely already dead. Oh my God. I mean, sometimes there's these days your life is so good that you can look in the mirror and you say, man, my life is great. And there's these days, and you just look in the mirror and say, I feel okay. And then there's these days, you don't feel so good. Things are just not right. Things could be, just be better. And you can look in the mirror, and in spite of all that, you can look in the mirror and just say, you're not these other individuals. and you're back to being great again. Because you're not these individuals. Oh my God. They say, well, why does other people make videos about Xbox? Because, and that right there just makes a whole statement about you. Right there, that just makes a huge statement about you. Well, why does other people make videos about Xbox? Why do people criticize Xbox when there's nothing really wrong? Nothing really just reason to criticize Xbox. Oh. And fucking, just because you say the fucking favoritism and biased, just because you say you've got both entertainment devices doesn't save you from, doesn't excuse that you're not bitter, that you would prefer those games being on your preferred platform. That you don't want your preferred platform to have the boasting rights of having the greatest, the superb, superior games that's mostly anticipated. Damn well. It's not only the games itself that you're bitter about. You're bitter about everybody else's excitement. And anticipation. So much. You're the only one really creating a narrative in defense of that. You're creating the narrative that hype. You're creating a narrative against the hype and the excitement of bitterness that you don't have it. You haven't had no hype and popularity and stuff like that, or your preferred console so long that you have to create a narrative that everybody's, without any facts, any proof, or to draw off to create this narrative that everybody's hype about it isn't genuine. That somehow it could be judged as being false or to say that no one's a true gamer if they look forward to it. But everybody looking forward to fucking Fable. Are you going to monitor everybody's excitement? Are you monitoring everybody's enthusiastic for Fable? Are you going to ask them to provide proof that they played the other Fables from the original maker to make their excitement genuine? Are you gonna do that? Or are you just a fanboy bitter playing gatekeeper to the being able considered a gamer because of your bitterness of what you're doing without, or your console preferred platform is not having? Are you gonna gate? That's exactly what you are. Just like for fucking Griffin Gaming. You losers gatekeep. Gatekeeper because of y'all bitterness. Of what you prefer platform would rather it to have. To celebrate that you try to gatekeep the rights of being considered a true gamer in your fucking eyes, a fucking nobody. That's not gonna 100% keep that narrative, keep that same energy, and gatekeep people following the trend of the hype or the popularity of maybe as a game called Fable. You're gonna keep that same energy for it. Maybe when that game drops out or comes out or be talked about, when that game announced, did you gatekeep, oh, come on, Xbox, now you gotta come on, provide that proof that you played the other. Don't get all excited. All those people watching it and got it, them Xbox centric channels. Oh, Fable, oh God, 15-second trailer, video, CGI film of a fucking, what are those fairies? A fairy flying through the air. That you really didn't know was Fable until you seen the Fable name, because what does fairies have to do with Fable? So how can you fucking hypocrite? That's like I said, you fucking lose instantly once you've proven a hypocrite. One-sided. Partiality. And the fucked up thing is my partiality is with Xbox. And I'm fucking tearing you down. My partiality is with Xbox and I'm fucking destroying you. I'm fucking destroying you. Because you're not a true gamer. You killed that by being more so for a fucking company that pays individual that makes the hardware, shilling for them. by shooting for them and not sticking to keeping a love for the games, crucifying the makers of the games if they start making games for the competitor console. Showing no loyalty, proving you have no loyalties. To where you can't be trusted, can't be considered credible. You can't stand by something. Really sad and pathetic. That you can be dissected, dismantled, and discredited by someone that actually truly is a truly Xbox preferred player that doesn't make gaming that much importance as you do, but yet can that also makes it that easier to dissect you. How's it going?
Pretty good. How are you?
Okay.
Love being me. Love being the true puppet master. Ah. Well, Jared, did you have a good time? I enjoyed it. Jared, I know you had a good time. Get over here. Get over here. Get over here for a second. Thank you. That's a good boy. I love my life. It's always a great example when your life is so good, when you got other people that's less invested with their own lives because their life is worth less, so they invest theirs in someone else's. Just really establishes how well yours is. Continue to yield to my will. Now that's so real.